Hey, hello everyone, this is Mr. Alberonen here again, and in this video we're going to talk about what kind of cameos work best for Reptile. Because we did one for Rain, and he liked cameos that either enhanced his zoning or allowed his combo pathing to be, more easy and meterless. But Reptile is a different character, and he has different weaknesses that he wants patched with cameos, or different strengths he wants enhanced by cameos. So we're going to be talking about it in this video. So the first thing that I think suits Reptile the most and that really matches what kind of is missing in his playstyle is he has just himself. He has very good proficiency for getting combos going on his own. He has these meterless forceball combos, he has strings that launch the opponent into the air, and he can get good 40% meterless just off of anything, but the only weakness is that all of those things require very fast hit confirms. You have to hit confirm one button or two buttons into a forceball, or like one button into the string launch, and all of those are very unsafe. So he has to either pray that the opponent is doing punishable things and then use them to punish them, or he just has to have god hit confirms. So things that I think help Reptile a lot are cameo attacks that you can just throw out, and if they hit, then he gets to go in for his combo. So long-reaching cameo combo attacks are things like Frost's ground freeze, Cyrax's net, Sareena's multi-sickle toss, things like that Reptile can kind of throw out when he's in neutral, and if they do hit, well then he gets to go in for his big juicy combos. So let's show an example of that with Sareena. So Reptile's combos look like this. They're very cool, very damaging, and very meterless, but as you can see, I have to hit confirm two buttons into a force ball in order to get that going. And if I want to do like these combos, then I have to hit confirm one button into this launch, and that's just pretty hard. So with Sareena here, her backwards cameo is this multi-sickle toss. And when I throw this out, I can throw it out in neutral actually, because it is kind of plus. So I can use it as kind of a projectile, as you can see. It's not like it's punishable or anything, just throw out for fun. And if it does connect, then I can easily go into my combos just from here. And if I'm close enough, I can just dash in for buttons and do those combos. Or I can also use it after, buttons that I'm already pressing, and use it to extend my hit confirm time and go for combos that way. Just makes it a lot easier and a lot safer for him to go into combos, because you don't have the chance of accidentally messing up the hit confirm and being extremely minus. And he's got teleport is down back 4, I think. Yeah, so we can just go into literally anything. So if you want a side swap, if you want more damage, if you want better knockdown, you can easily freely choose it after this string. It's super good. And what was the other? Now, another approach you can take to choosing cameos is to choose cameos that will keep you safe when you go for your unsafe things, instead of ones that safely give you the thing. So like Sareena here, and even Cyrax and Frost, when you throw their things from full screen, you're kind of safe, and then you see that it hits, and then you dash in and go for your combos. But maybe you're a player that just likes to go for the combo route and dial in the whole thing, and just keep yourself safe if it happens. And in that case, you're going to be wanting to pick ambush cameos, like Kameo, his knife toss, and his ball roll, of course. Striker also has his grenade toss, which works pretty well for that. Darius has an expensive one, but it also works. And also Cyrax will work for that as well, so he's kind of good for everything, and that seems like it's applying for a lot of characters. But let's show an example with... Is Kameo too boring? Maybe let's show Cyrax again then. So, as we mentioned, Cyrax also has the previous benefit we were just talking about of having something he can just throw out, and then, oh, I can see it connects. And then go for my big juicy combos. And that's just a more safe way of going to my combos. But he also allows us to be crazy and just dial in our whole combo on block, because he has this amazing assist. When he holds down the cameo button, he does this horizontal helicopter, and it comes out really fast, so you don't even have to do it early. I can just dial in the whole string for the, string into force ball, and I'm like, oh wait, that's getting blocked, and I can hold down Cyrax's cameo assist, and I can even do it pretty late, like by the time that the force ball is coming out. There maybe was a little bit of a gap there, but I certainly wasn't going to be punished. And because it's a mid, if you time it correctly, the force ball's a mid, if you time it correctly, they won't be able to duck under Cyrax's highs. So it just makes it far easier to just dial in the string, and if you realize, oh, this is actually being blocked, I keep it safe or even plus. And if you do see they're like, oh, they are getting hit by it, well, I just don't press the Kameo button. Very simple, very effective. And another good thing about ambush attacks with Reptile, he has this kind of non-standard movement options, like jumping in and going for down back 4 as a teleport. So having an ambush attack then can kind of hold the opponent down, like he has to stay blocking while that thing is coming out, while I do this like mix with going to the other side or going for an overhead and just whatnot. Like while you go for like moving in with things, you can summon in a ambush. But yeah, what I really like is being able to like jump, pull an ambush, so they have to block it, and then teleporting to the other side with an overhead, and it stays kind of safe depending on what hits last. They just can cover a lot of his weird options, and like if you are trying to throw out force balls in neutral and you realize, oh crap, they're doing something, I can anti-air them with anti-air Cyrax, or if they are on the ground, I can just, I don't know, keep that going as well. They just work really well. And finally, teleport cameos seem to work pretty well for Reptile, so that's Kung Lao and Motaro, but I think Kung Lao is a particularly good pick. So the things that teleports help him with is it makes his force balls and acid spit pretty useful tools. So obviously enough with the force ball, it just makes it a combo starting tool from anywhere. He doesn't have to dash in and get a pathetic combo, he can just teleport behind it, and it'll either be hella plus when it hits them, or it'll knock them in the air and you get a combo. This is particularly good with the enhanced slow version, because this thing travels a full screen, and that means I can be behind the opponent and disappear and go for high-low mix that combos into the explosion. And these aren't even optimal at all, it's just showing you that you can get solid chunks of damage from throwing a slow force ball, teleporting behind, and you get a 50-50 mix-up and a combo from it. Pretty cool. And just a note as to how to input a teleport with the slow force ball, it can be kind of weird because you need to like hold backwards or forwards to, you know, make it slower or faster. But for most teleports, like Kung Lao's, it has to be a neutral Kameo button. So you have to do the enhanced force ball, just like the neutral version, and then press Kameo and then hold back. So that I get neutral Kameo and then I tap back. So the back makes the ball slower, but my Kameo still comes out neutral, and you hold down the Kameo button so that you put in the air to get your jumping attack. And like I mentioned, Acid Spit also becomes a lot better. You don't get a combo from it, but it has so much hit stun that anytime you go for Acid Spit, you can easily go for a teleport and just be left hella plus. And this is particularly useful with Kung Lao, who has a teleport that can leave you in the air. So you get a guaranteed jump in, and then from your very late jump in, you're going to be very plus, so you can go for like low or overhead from your jump in. And also, as you can see there, Kung Lao has the added benefit of having the low hat, which is +2, and Reptile, you know, doesn't have many plus frames, and a lot of the things he can do have an unsafe ender, like this low string doesn't have like a safe third hit. So instead, you can use Kung Lao's low hat to actually be plus and extend your pressure. And in combination with the teleports from the force ball and the guaranteed pressure you get from your spit, can lead to some pretty cool sequences basically wherever. Yeah, because we can cancel it, we can use our... So you get these cool sequences wherever you are on the screen, they do a bunch of chip damage, and they can lead to combos if you had a force ball. So yeah. Reptile is pretty fortunate that he's able to have the freedom to pick whatever kind of Kameo he wants, depending on how you feel like playing him. You can pick Kameos that let him go into combos if you just throw out things in neutral, and then you get your cool combos that way. You can pick Kameos that keep him safe with their ambush attacks, or you can even pick Kameos that give you cool movement options and make your force balls and stuff like that way more powerful. So it's really just up to you, but those are examples of how different types of Kameos are useful for him. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!